Good morning. It's Brenda. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So on Friday's video, we mentioned that it's going to be your choice of what comes next. And so I have this little book together with suggestions in it, which thank you very much. So today's is from Connie, and she wants to know ways to utilize our punches. So I thought today we could get into doing that. So I just have a few punches here that I've been working with. We all have different punches. We all have tons of punches, or we have only a few, which is fine. If you don't have punches, use your die cuts. It's pretty much, almost the same thing. So I have a cat. Just, this one is a sprig, and these are Stampin' Up! Punches. So I did do some punching out just to kind of save some time. And there are 3 different sized flowers. So I put the projects here. I haven't even done anything. I just kind of punched them together and laid them out to show you. This is a stamp, like it has the stamp edged punch, and then this is just a 1-inch square, and this is a little bigger. And then there's the circle punch. It's 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and we'll work with that one first just because it's the easiest. No, I'm kidding. Just because it's right there. Okay, so I'll just set those to the side. All right, so for our circle punches, 1 1/4 inch, 1 inch. You can use your square punch, and you've seen the journal that I'm working on. Oh, I also have this edge punch, which is very pretty. It's a Martha Stewart one, but it has no name on there, so I apologize, I'm not sure what it's called. Anyway, I put this little ticket here just to remind myself where I put it, but this is how it cuts. It's just pretty. So for this, I took a 6x6 inch paper, folded it, just leaving a little bit of space, and then I used the edge punch and I just cut it out. And a good way to start, let me grab a piece of paper here. This is just my one for trying things. I usually start in the middle and punch, and then when you come over, it's not completely flat, you're going to line up. On your grid here is a template so that you can line up your circles, so that every time you punch, they're all going to line up nicely. And then when you just slide it along and you punch again, and then it just carries on. And then you just do the same at the other side. You just line up your circles, and then you make sure the edge of your paper is on that little lip, and then you just punch just like that, and it makes very pretty edges. See? Gorgeous. All right, so that's that one. And then I just put that pocket into the journal that I've been working on. You've seen this a couple of times. It's one that I'm still adding things into. And then, well, you fill your pocket up, slide it in, and there, you have that prettiness sitting right there. Okay, so for the circles, I wanted to do find a paper here. Find a sheet. You have a blank paper. You have your 1-inch circles. So we're gonna do a page edge with the circles. I just think that adds so much character to a page. So let's use this again. Sorry, I'm just going to pop this underneath because knowing me, I'm going to glue my page together. And yeah, let's not. Not today. All right, and these are just, I cut them from calendar pages, cardstock, scrapbooking paper, and this is just from Tim Holtz leftover paper. So then you're just gonna pop it on like that, and it doesn't have to be sticking out very far, you know, just enough so that you can notice. And then I'm gonna overlap the glue on there just a bit, and then you're just going to bring it down like so, just like that. Okay, and you can do all the same color. You can do all book page, you can do all music paper, scrapbook paper, you know, it doesn't have to be, or you can do it multicolored like this. I just thought I would pop some different one on. Ooh boy, here we go. Monday morning speech. Do some different ones for some color. There we go. And you just do it all the way down your page. And if you don't think you have enough glue on there, then just go back and add a bit more. Once all the glue is dry, you're going to find that it will not budge. You'll have, it'll all be good. And what's nice about the two-sided scrapbook paper, you can move the design. You know, like you can have one side as one and the other side as the other color. So, which is kind of fun too. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could like put a dab of glue, and instead of adding them first to your paper, you can add a dab of glue on each of them and sew them down the edge and then have them as a tuck. But this one we're just going to do this, and then that'll be at the bottom. And so there's with the circle punches, and then when you close it up, like, look at that, it's lovely. All the colors on there. Just beautiful. So there's that, and I still have a few left. So let's move my journal out of the way for a second. I'll just show you what I mean. Just add a dab of glue. Just like so, and you can keep going down. If you're concerned about being straight, then add it to your board, and then just carry on like that all the way down. Just add a little dab of glue, and then that, and then just carry on. Do it as long as you want. If you have a certain length of your page, if you're doing a traveler's journal, you know, they're usually what, 8 high, so you can do this 8 inches, and then you know, once your glue dries, you're going to put it into your sewing machine and you'll sew down. And you don't have to go down the center for sewing if you don't want to. You can do on the edge, come around, do the other edge, and then do down the center. You know, you can make this as wide as you want, or just have it like this. No sticking. There we go. See, just like that. And if you wanted to make it wider, you could have it as a pocket, right? So then you just add another layer to it. I mean, your imagination is endless for what you'd like to do. So this one will take a dab of glue on either side just to keep it in place, you know. But that's what you're going to do. And with all the different colors, oh, it's just going to look gorgeous in your journal. Or you can use it as a belly band. You can use it as a side pocket. Yeah, the ideas are endless. We're only limited by our imagination. Isn't that the saying? So here we go. Get this one. Oop. There we go. You can make it, you can have them all plain if you wanted, and then stamp on them. Make it an original, you know, like make it your own design. And I'm only doing a dab of glue, and that's because I'm gonna sew it. So there, just like that. See if I can pick it up without the glue sticking. Okay, so you have your page corner or page edge, and then if you have this, oh look at that, it's just a bit too long, but you could have it as a belly band. You know, you sew it all down. If you want to make it sturdier, just add a piece of coffee dyed paper behind it or file folder, and you can add it on there. You just glue the top and the bottom. You could have it as your tuck, glue the 3 sides, you know, so you can do that too. I'm going to leave it out to dry for now. And look at that, we're left with 2 circles. So see if I can find a spot for them eventually. Oh. Try to get the pin back in the glue. All right, so our square punches, the square and the, I hope this is what you were wanting to know about Connie, because this was how I interpreted it anyway. So for our square punch and for our stamp looking punch, I cut these out with the file folder, and these are just with some coffee dyed paper that I stamped. I have this stamp set here, but I just use this, it looks like it's all these little lines and dots, and then I used this little one. Just has little, yeah, the same thing, I guess, dots and little markings on it. But you can make your own faux stamps, you know, so add your papers to the top there, and then you can add little stickers, little words, and then you have your own stamps, just like that. So I'm just going to ink these up a little bit here. Yeah, I have a messy desk going on, but that's nothing new. Just quickly ink these up. There we go. There. Set that there. Okay, so these can make your own faux stamps. Like, do you guys have favorite punches that you like to use? Do you use punches at all? I mean, I used to use punches quite often, especially when I make cards and stuff, and then I got into using the die cuts a little more, just for simplicity's sake, I guess. You know, you can just lay them out and then cut them all at once. But it's kind of nice to get back to doing your punches and using them and utilizing them in your projects. It's quite good. There we go. And then if you have a canceled stamp, sounds kind of weird, but then when you, let's get my journal back. I thought I had one, but it's quite possibly that I was dreaming about it. Oh, goodness. No, I don't see one. But anyway, that's okay. This is just about all dry. So you would take a page, you know, and you can add a stamp, and then you can put a canceled stamp on there. And, oh, yes, I do, as a matter of fact. So let's do it, since we're talking about it. I'll glue it. And this is perfect because with these little projects that we're doing, I can get things into my journal here, and then it can be completed. So I'll just stick that there. Maybe move that over for a second. I have these stamps here. I think these ones were from oh, not AliExpress, but the other one. I can never remember. It's been so long since I've actually looked on there or purchased anything. So if I remember, then I'll put it into the comments, like into the information there. I'm just gonna grab my black glue or ink. Oh boy, I'm really having a rough day today with my speech. Sorry about that. It's like words. I just have maybe I won't even use the block. That's for the bigger ones. So I'm just going to ink this up, and then this is where we get full of glue. And then just pop it there. And just like that. And if you have a number, you know, just add a little number there, or you can add a picture there. So those are kind of cute. I'll leave that visible. So there's that. And then, yeah, so when you're doing, whoops, tags or something, like this one is, well, not too big. You can always add it as can even add it as a tuck spot, you know, to add some stuff in. Let's see, what else can we use them for? Anything. So I'll put one right here. This is my little flip pocket that I have on here. I left this as is so that it can be written on, but you can just add something. Add it like this, same idea, use the canceled stamp, but you can leave it open as a tuck spot. So I think I'll do that. So put it this way. Does everybody have plans today? Are you doing anything special for a Monday? Are you just taking it easy, recuperating from the weekend? It's we've had so much heat here the last few days. We got some rain last night, and yeah, so it was pretty nice. And so there's our tuck spot. I'll just pop him there for now. But first I'll do the lines on it, add some numbers. I won't do the whole thing this time. Just do it like that. What's nice about the polymer stamps is that you can bend them and, you know, just use whatever portion of the stamp that you want. It doesn't have to be the whole thing like the wood stamps. So I'm just gonna maybe add a number here. We'll see, since it's on stuff. Oh, it worked. See, just like that. So it just adds character to your projects and what you're doing. So there's that one there. Yeah, I'm kind of just, you know, going in order or whatever of how I showed you the punches. But for this one here, I have this box of tags, and I just have tags for altering, and then it's filled with different sized tags, and they're cards that you would set at the table with the person's name on it who was sitting there, you know. It would just sit like that. And I thought those would be fun to use, alter those. And so yeah, there's just all kinds of different sizes in there. And so what I did is I put some glue on here, and I added a piece of book page, let it dry, and then peeled it off. And this is what I was left with. Like, I don't know the technique for having just little pieces on, like, left after it's dried, but I'm okay with this one. I think it looks pretty cool. And it does have the hole there, which will get punched out another time. And then I used a little star punch just in the corner there, and I punched it out. And that's another great way to use your punches as well. I have these mini, I'll just do this first. See, my mind goes ahead of me, and it's like, I just want to show you everything. I have these little flower punches. They're from Dollarama. Sometimes you can find them in a 3-pack, 10-pack, or else they're individually. But some of them are so hard to push. Like, it's just crazy hard. But these ones, these two, are actually quite easy, which I'm so happy about. So all you do, let's just do it. This one I have to set down. It's going through file folder. So then you have your, oh there, look at the indentation. Anyway, and then you have this little tiny flower that you can use in your projects. And they are, I don't know, little tiny things can be annoying, especially when you're trying to pick them up. Like, my hands are terrible, but I managed to pick up this little tool. It's a pick tool, I think they call it. And on the end, it has this little rubber, and it picks up jewels and paper. So if you are with Stampin' Up, you know what this tool is, and you may have one, but they're a lot of fun to use and work with. So I just thought we could make this one up, and I'm just going to add some flowers, and these are the sprigs that this punch here, it's a sprig punch. I believe it's a much older one. So I'm going to just snip it I'll snip both of them, and because this has the bigger end, I'm just gonna snip it off. I'll just do that. My husband's on his way out for coffee with his brother Rob. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Rob. I doubt he'll ever watch one of my videos, but I'm just putting it out there, just in case. All right, so what I would like to do is I have one of these left. I'm going to set it there, but first I want to glue some sprigs to the back of it. So in order to do that, I'm just going to add a drop of glue at the bottom. I hope this is pretty clear and that I'm not going too fast. I just, punches are fun to use, and die cuts are fun to use, but sometimes I need to just get back to the basics of using the punches, you know, so thank you so much for the inspiration, Connie, because yeah, it's just lovely. And then you have the little flowers, and I mean, they can go anywhere on here, but doesn't that look cute? Looks like it just reminds me of little moose ears with the antlers. So I think I'll just add another one, but these ones I won't cut. I'll just add them in there. Just add some glue to the edge. I don't know if I'm off camera or not. Apologize if I am. Yeah, so I just added the glue to the edge there. You don't need a lot because it's all going to get glued down anyway. So there's no point in having a ton of glue. There we go. And then if you just add it on, oh, it just adds a lot of interest to it. Here we'll bring in some little extras, right? We all love extras, and I like it. I like when the lace is ratty looking, you know, it looks kind of aged, and so I put my scissors in, and instead of cutting, I will pull it up, and then it rips it quite nicely. So let's pop some of that down there. Just a little bit of glue. And it doesn't have to be completely on, right? Just hang it off. Okay, I'm going to glue this on just like so. Little dabs of glue on the leaves. And you don't even have to pop it on straight. You know, there's no rules. There are no rules. Just pop it on like that. And I know it's over the hole, but you know, you don't have to utilize that hole at all. There's no reason why you need to. So let's see. I didn't do any pink ones. So let me just take, I had a little extra one here just with the flowers. I'm just going to, oh, maybe I'll use this. We'll see if it works. Just pop it in. There we go. Instant flower. Okay, you just break it up and then mush it up together. You can add a jewel to the center. Simple. Simple, but beautiful, right? And then I just have some jewels. I have a drawer full of bling. So what should we put on there? Maybe just a, do you think that's too small? Maybe I'll just put on what I had here. Cut it open. I haven't opened this one yet. There we go. There. So I don't know if things are attached, but wants to stick to me. And there you go. Cute. It's that easy. You don't have to make things complicated. I mean, who wants complicated? Not me. If you're going for something intricate, yes, by all means. But otherwise, we try to keep things as simple as possible. And this is just a corrugated piece of box, from a box. I'm sorry, I'm just checking. I had made a, okay, so this was that technique that I was telling you about. Okay, so maybe that turned out a little better, especially if you're just looking for like little pieces to be left behind. Like, I don't know, if you have a suggestion on how a person could do that, could you just leave a comment, and then I would know, and then if others are curious, then we could all benefit from the same information. Thank you. All right, so just going to ink this up. The punches can be used for anything. You can take a page in your journal and use a punch all the way up, you know, to make holes and have interest. So this is one of the cat punches, but I made a few because I want to have it thicker than just the one side, like the, how do you say, to have it flat, you know, so to have it 3D'd. So I have this foam tape. It's just cheap stuff from a thrift store or something, and I think Walmart has this stuff, and so I thought, let's just do that. And it can be any image that you want, that if you want raised off of your page, you know, you can use, well, this is the foam tape, or you can use pieces of chipboard because it's thicker. So I'm going to take that apart. The trick is we'll be lining them up completely, you know? So let's see if I can do it. So just like that. So see, already it's raised. But I thought, how fun is that? We'll just use the 3 and do that. But you can use any. You can do it with hearts, you can do it with animals, you can do it with your shapes. It's just another added little piece of goodness. Like, look at that. And then when you add it to a project, can you see that? It's just raised. I should probably stick one under its head, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to add, we might as well just put this one together because it's here, and this is what we're doing. Working with punches. All right. And the cat doesn't have to go. You can put cats both ways, you know what I mean? Like if they're, especially when you do it with the black, or, you know, if you have another color that you want to use. But there we go. Just sit it up like that. And then what else are we going to do? Well, I have one of these left. So I think I'm going to pop it there, and I'm going to leave it open, yes, for some little goodies. And why not? You know, just because it's on a tag doesn't mean you can't have a pocket. There we go. Just pop that under there. And then these will go into my journal just because they're cute. So this little flower that I have, I'm just going to add to the pussycat, just like that. And again, it just adds another little element to it. And I have this really thin lace. Just going to cut a piece of it off. And it can be added into the hole, because it didn't cover the hole or anything with this time. So it'd be nice just to do that. Just want to say thank you to everyone who has been enjoying my videos. I'm just so tickled and so grateful and fortunate to have each and every one of you with me, and welcome to my new subscribers. My channel has been growing, and without you, that would never happen, and I'm just so happy and grateful for all of you. And so the sprigs that I had left, I just added in there, and oh, how cute! My goodness, and so easy to do. Like, now that I'm working with punches again, I think I need to carry on. Get that stuff out of the way just for a minute. All right, so our two tags, I have that stuff in there, but let's pop our one in here. We'll just add this one in here, just like that. Oh, and it looks very pretty right there. And then this is the tuck. And because the kitty has dimension, then I'm just gonna slip it right in there. And then it's beautiful. All right, so there's our circles. And then our tags with the cat and the sprigs and the stamps. And the other stamps. And I think I have one more to show. Something, I'll just move that out of the way. I have this 3-inch circle punch. It's not very often that I use it. I mean, it's huge. I either have 1 1/4 inch, 1 inch, and it jumps to a 3-inch. So these ones, the bigger ones, are kind of nice because you can make them into pockets. I was just playing around last night and I made this one here, and these are some little flower punch outs, and I have one of these mini envelopes that was from a swap I had done, and then these little tags, and I just put them into the pocket just like that and added a butterfly and some words. So let's go ahead and make one of those, and then I'll show you how you can get that into your journal as well. So 2 pieces of paper. It's from the same paper. I've just flipped it over. I like the contrast. The contrast is very nice. So I'm going to fold it in half, burnish it, called a nail burnish because I didn't use a tool. And I'm going to glue it shut. I'm not going to cut it off. I just think it adds more stability when it's folded in half. So we'll leave it like that. Just go completely around like so. And if you want to put in a little thumb notch, do that. But I don't think on this one it's really needed because you can see the difference of the two, and then you'll have goodies inside, so it'll look like a pocket anyway. Like a person looking at it would know, hopefully, that it's a pocket. I'm just going to glue around the edge. Oop. Just like that. And then put it on. And what you want to do is your best getting it at the edges, like around the bottom especially. And then I always fan the glue out. That way it's not going to make the pocket smaller. Nobody wants a smaller pocket. All right, just like that. And on my first one, I put a little eyelet in there with a bulb pin. But I think on this one, I'm going to use some, I have some of this burlap. I think I'm going to add that to the top of it. But let's just do a little bit of decorating. I have these packages of butterflies and moths, and these all come from Dollarama. Every now and again they will get bags of bugs and butterflies, but look at them, they're lovely. And this one, they're massive, like wow. But yeah, and I think there's 2, maybe 3 of everything. We'll see if that one will fit. But some of them have funky shapes, like it looks like they had heads on them and they got cut off. That's the only way I can describe it. Oh boy. That's the only way I can describe it. But I don't know if it'll be too big. Some of them I've had to trim because there's been so much white around. And it doesn't have to be on there, you know, like in the pocket and off the edge or in the edge. Like you don't have to have it sitting in like that. You can give it some interest and just pop it off to the side like that. That's really pretty too. But oh, my pin wants to glue itself to me now. But I'm going to take some of my little pieces here and we'll just add them on just for some added interest. So yeah, aren't punches fun? They're so much fun. I had forgotten how much fun they can be. But so if you have suggestions, anything you want to see, anything you'd like to try, my goodness, let me know. This has been so much fun. So keep those suggestions and ideas coming. And we all benefit. You know, we benefit because we all have different ways of crafting. We all have different product, you know, so maybe you have something that somebody else doesn't have, or they've just got, and it's like, how do I use this? You know what I mean? So just, yeah, shoot me some ideas and some suggestions, and let's get playing. It's just been awesome. Little flower. Oh, it's a little too big. Let's try this one in keeping with the colors. Little lost in there, maybe, eh? All right, so I'll just remove that, and then pop these into the pocket. But how pretty. I mean, there is more room for stuff. You know, you don't have to limit yourself to 3 things. You can just stuff it if you want. So I'll take a little bit of this burlap. My scissors, these are the fatigueless scissors, but this little button always shuts on me when I'm in the middle of cutting. Not sure why that is. This is just a little too long. But for added interest, instead of gluing, staple it, sew it. You can do anything like that. I think I'll staple this one and it just gives it an added element of texture. Maybe I'll do 2. And there we go. There's your pocket. How cute. How cute and how easy. You know, just a couple of circles, a few little elements, and there you go. Pop some goodies into the pocket, and you're rocking. You are ready to go. I'm going to put in one of these little squares as well, just for some added. All right, bring in my journal. And, you know, instead of adding this into a pocket, I'm going to make it a pocket. A little tuck spot. We can do that. So let's go back here to the back, and I'm just going to add it right there. And this, it won't interfere, you know. I thought if you put it in the middle of a page, let's do that. I'm just going to glue it at the bottom, just at the bottom, nowhere else. And I'll show you why. And just add it right there. And again, like we talked about before, you can stencil on the page, you can paint, you know, you can make designs on it if you want to doodle. I haven't yet got the hang of doodling, but anyway. So I glue that. And then let me grab, that's going to be way gigantic. Okay, I just have this piece of paper, and you're just going to stick it in there. And you can put other things back there, so you'll have your tuck spot and you have your pocket. How cute. You know, you can't go wrong with pockets and tucks and punches. All right, so let's find what we just did. We just did the tuck. Oh, see, I didn't mark anywhere. So then we did our edge punch and made that one pretty. We made our circles for the page edge. We did these circles for either a side pocket or a belly band. We've done our circles, and we did our tags with the punches and the different, the different punches that we've done there. And we've done our little stamps, just like that. So there we go. How fun was that? Like I'm just having a lot of fun now. So, and it's one of those things where you want to pull out all your different punches and have a go at doing different things with them. But yeah, you can add them to your journals. You can just punch out your papers. I think I wanted to show you just before we go. I have this. It's just I don't even know where I got it from. A little flower punch. And so if you just pop it in your journal, pick a page, and just punch. So not only do you have the flower, but you have this pretty flowered hole on your page. So whatever you decide to put on your next page, you're going to see the prettiness in behind, right? And that is an added bonus as well. So anyway, I hope this was what you were wanting to see, Connie, and I thank you so much for the suggestion, because I've been having a lot of fun. So I hope you were able to gather up some of your punches and some different papers to utilize your punches, and had some fun with me as well. And this is just the negative, but I mean, this can be used. You can add it, like I wouldn't add it there, but just to show you, you can have a cutout and then add it to different pages. You can stamp in the center of it, you know, stamp something, and then you have another pretty element. The ideas are endless. And thanks, Connie, again for the suggestion. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you all have a very, very good day today. I hope it's warm and sunny where you are, and if not, if it's a rainy day, cloudy day like it is here, then hopefully you'll find some crafty things to do and have an enjoyable time doing that. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Please take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.